scriptures speak about the first resurrection, which we understand when you go into the prophecy in Revelation 20, it's not going to take 1,000 years for the 2/3 to come back. You know, because ultimately, there.
Shalom, shalom, shalom. I'd like to start off this lesson by giving all honor, praises, and glory unto Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, Ba'ashem Achah Kodash. Double honors to my teachers, the elder apostles, and elder bishops of Great Millstone, teaching and ruling well. Be salutations and blessings unto the hopeful elect of the house of Israel. Lord willing, this lesson will be edifying. As the title tells, as a wife adorned. Okay? So it says here in Revelation 21:2, and again, Lord willing, this will be an edifying lesson. It says here, where is it? King James. And I, John, saw the holy city, New Jerusalem, okay, which when it speaks of Jerusalem, it speaks of the people first, okay? You Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, and those that have been scattered amongst the nations, but their lineage goes back to Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. And it says here, And I, John, saw the holy city, New Jerusalem, coming down from the Most High power out of heaven, prepared as a bride adorned for a husband. Okay, and that speaks of when the elect, the 144,000. Okay, those that have been delivered from the destruction that the Lord brought upon the earth. Okay, and coming back down on the earth. Okay, because the kingdom of heaven will be on the earth, not in the heavens. It's going to be on the earth. The kingdom of heaven is going to be on the earth, where the earth is going to be the place where the kingdom where righteousness dwells, because the elect are going to come back down from the heavens in their spiritual form, okay, with their spiritual and immortal bodies, to implement righteousness on the earth under the authority of Yahushai, under the authority of Yahweh Yahushai. Okay, and again, it's that preparation. Okay, really starts now. It starts here on this side. Okay, just as a wedding has different stages. Okay, let's go into it. Okay, let's go. Stages of marriage. It says here, no, that's not what I'm looking for. So let's find the stages before marriage. They're giving me the stage of like the honeymoon and all that stuff. That's not what I want to know. Stages leading up to marriage. Okay, it says here, emotionally engaged. Let's see the information that they give us. It says here the 6 stages of wedding planning. Okay, it goes from fun, ouch, work, abstract, flurry, and here. So it says here, the first stage is fun. If you're lucky enough to feel immediately excited about your proposal, not every bride does, And here, what fun that stage was. Well, getting what is this? Okay, it says here. It says here, what fun stage is well will get married in Italy on the beach in Hawaii in grandma's barn on top of her favorite mountain. Okay, that's the mindset. When you already envision the wedding. So that's the sweetness. Okay, when you hear the truth. Okay, you're coming into this knowledge. You understand that you're Israelite. You hear the word. You hear the name of Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahshua. You're being revealed certain secrets. Okay, you're getting Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahshua is now getting intimate through conversation with you, through this knowledge. Okay, now you're now you're in an intimate setting with Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahshua. That's that fun stage when you understand that the kingdom is for you. You envision the end goal. Okay, but then it says here the second stage is ouch. It says here most couples yank themselves from the anything is possible stage into the let's get down to brass tack stage. While this is exciting to start planning for real, it can also hurt. Yes, hurt. uh, you discover what kind of wedding your budget can actually afford. Okay, your mother gets starts getting bossy. The talk about who is paying for what starts. Okay, so all the things, the hell that comes after you follow enter into the truth. Okay, and I'm just going based off that information that I found on emotionallyengaged.com. Okay, try to link it up with the scriptures pertain to this lesson as much as possible. So bear with me. you know. So again, it says here it talks about who pays for what. So that's the tribulation. Okay, you're telling your family about this truth. They don't want to hear it. So as soon as you come into the truth, you want people to know, to get involved, because it's salvation. You found salvation. You found Yahweh Shai. So you want to show it to the world, man. Okay, so that's when you're unseasoned. Okay, you're still in the you're still a babe in this truth. So you have that joy within you. So you want to spread it to the world, but it's not for the whole world. And that's the ouch part, the hell that you catch at the beginning. Okay, from going into the truth. Okay, and that's the learning process. And then the third stage is work. Okay, yes, that hurt, but at the same time it gets on. But it's time to get on with things. You have a wedding to plan, a big expensive event with many moving parts. So again, you have to put in the work. You put your hands to the plow. I'm gonna skip this one because again, it's self-explanatory. You work, okay. You first you learn. Okay, you're learning from watching videos. You learn the milk. Okay, you desire the sincere milk to grow into the truth. Okay, to follow after Yahweh Hashem Yahushua the right way. Okay, so that you do not get moved with diverse wind of doctrine. So you follow according to the ways of Yahweh Hashem Yahushua the right way. Okay, and then it says the abstract. Okay, that's the fourth stage, the abstract. In this stage, you basically set the big ticket items are booked, the venue. So now you got the basic setup. You're out there in the highways and byways. Okay, if you're not there yet, you're teaching. Okay, you're exercising fruits of the spirit. If you're a helper, if you're whichever part of the body you're in, whatever is your lot. If you're a woman, you're subject unto your husband. You follow after the scriptures. You through the knowledge that you required. Now you're applying the knowledge. That's the abstract. You applying the knowledge. Okay, you see. And then it says here, flurry. That's again the tribulation. That's really gonna happen in those moments where the spirit of doubt comes within you. Okay, you have to stay firm for Yahweh Hashem Yahushai. Okay, never doubt. Okay, the Lord is gonna. It says if you don't believe, if you turn your back on Yahweh Hashem Yahushua, He remains faithful. Everything that the Lord said will happen will come to pass. Okay, the Lord cannot deny Himself. Yahweh, He is, and Yahweh is. It will come to fulfill the will of Yahweh. Okay, and then it says the last stage is here. Okay, the here is you at that moment of the salvation. Through your hard work, your labor, it's all coming to pass. It's all coming to get you come to the final of your tribulation on this side. Yahushua appears the clouds, and he's here to, on one hand, establish judgment on the earth, and on the other hand, give salvation to those that endured until the end. And we pray that we're part of that number. Okay, you see, and that's the final stage. Okay, but again, the before you got to the point where Yahushua returned, you had to prepare yourself. There were stages, that we're coming into. Okay, and again, that goes in you with you measuring the times, seeing the things that are happening around the world, preparing yourselves. Okay, so it says here, and that's you being adorned as a wife. The whole process of getting to that point of that ceremony, that wedding ceremony, which is Yahushua beaming you up, okay, and calling you his own, okay. And in that moment, when if you get beamed up, that's as if Yahushua said, "I do," okay, because you're already saying "I do" through your work, through your walk, okay. And as long as you endure to the end, okay, if you endure to the end, that's the final "I do," okay. But Yahushua says "I do" when he beams you up, and that means that you're certified, you're his, you belong to him, you're his wife, okay. So it says here, um first thessalonian first Thessalonian 5, okay. And it says here, First Thessalonians 5:1, but of the times and the seasons, brethren, ye have no need that I write unto you, for yourselves know perfectly that the day of the Lord so cometh as a thief in the night. So you know that the day is going to come unawares. People are not going to pay attention. Even if we have the signs, okay, we don't know the exact date when to prepare. September 25 of 2027. Okay, that's when the Lord is going to pierce the clouds and we're going to be delivered. We can expect deliverance. No one knows, but we see the signs: wars, famine, pestilence, tribulation of nations, sedition, chaos. The Lord said, "I come not to bring peace, but destruction. I come not to bring peace, but fire. And what will light? The fire be already kindled." The earth is already going to be in a state of chaos, and we're seeing it now. Okay, when they shall say peace and safety, as He says, that's the Spirit. It says here, for yourselves know perfectly that the day of the Lord so cometh as a thief in the night. For when they shall say peace and safety, then sudden destruction cometh upon them, as travail upon a woman with child, and they shall not escape. But ye, brethren, are not in darkness, that day should overtake you as thieves, okay, as a thief. For ye are all children of light, and the children of the day. We are not of the light, Salakia, we are not of the night, Salakia, Satan. We are not of the night, nor of darkness. Therefore, let us not sleep as do others, but let us watch and be sober. Okay, let us watch, meaning what? Paying attention to the prophecies, and being sober, meaning what? Having the right mind, following after the right mind, following after the correct doctrine. That's us being properly adorned for the return of Yahushua, okay, which will be completely adorned once we're changed. But before that, you have to go through the process of being accepted, okay. You see, until you're in the chariot with Yahushua, it's anyone's game, man. Okay, you haven't won until you had won. Okay, victory has been obtained through Yahushua, yes, through your faith in Yahushua, yes, but your crown, okay, your salvation is not guaranteed until it's guaranteed. Until you're up there with Yahushua, you're not assured, you're not assured of your position. So you gotta walk with fear. You have to serve the Lord with fear and trembling. Okay, praying that He doesn't take away the spirit of righteousness from you. Okay. It says here, therefore, let us not sleep as do others, but let us watch and be sober. For they that sleep in the night, and they that be drunken, are drunken in the night. But let us who are of the day be sober, putting on the breastplate of faith and love, and the helmet of hope and of salvation. For the Most High had not appointed us to wrath, but to obtain salvation by our Lord Yahweh Shai. That's us in that moment of tribulation, in the time that we have allotted on this earth, putting on as the elect. Okay, the Lord said, put on the breastplate of faith and love, and the helmet of hope of Salakia. And for a helmet, the hope of salvation. In your head, you have to think about the hope, that the vision of the kingdom. That's what's gonna keep you going. The final destination. Understanding that there is a kingdom. The Lord is preparing a place for us, and you have to see it. You have to have through your mind's eye. You already have to be there. Your conversation has to be in heaven. You have to seek the kingdom first, and you have to seek the things which are above where Yahweh Shai sit it, man. Okay. persevere with that mindset that the Lord is on his way. I just have to endure. The suffering that I'm suffering now cannot be compared with the glory that I will obtain. Okay, I'll gladly take mockery, uh, mockery, shame, okay, beatings, okay, loss of things for the name of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahshai. As Peter said, as Paul said, Salaki, I counted all things but dung so that I can obtain Hamashiach. Okay, and that's the same mindset that we are to move. Okay, as Yahweh Shai's, Lord willing, as Yahweh Shai's future bride, adorned in righteousness. Okay, so Lord willing, this was an edifying lesson, straight to the point. All right, until next time, shalom, shalom, shalom.